Welcome to another Webflow tutorial. As always, my name's Jasper, and what we're going to be covering today is how to connect your Webflow forms to Zoho CRM. And what this is going to allow you to do is pass your Webflow form data, so the submissions, through to your Zoho CRM and put it within your leads or your contacts. So as you can see here, we've got a blank start, just a couple of div blocks and a heading. Over here we've got our Zoho CRM web form, so you can find that when you go to web forms, and I'm just going to assume you already have one created. If you haven't, just go create one, it's very easy. And what we've got is a last name, email and message. And then over here we've got our leads, and it's just nice and blank, so we can start fresh. So what we're going to want to do is first get the code. So let's copy that. I'm going to paste it here. As you can see, it's really messy. So let's jump back over here. And in Webflow, we're then going to create a form block. So let's come down and we'll put it underneath our div block. There we go. And then we're also going to want to get a embed code. We'll put it at the top there. And we're just going to leave that for now. Now over here, you're going to see there's a lot of junk code. So a lot of it we're not going to need. So to make it a little bit easier for me, I'm just going to delete a bunch of it. So we don't need that. We don't need any styling because we don't want to use Zoho styling. We're going to want to use our own. So just in case you've got custom styling or anything like that, at least you can use it. Whoops, I deleted a bit too much. So let's try that again. Come down, stop once you get the style. And then you're going to have this extra stuff here. So let's give it a little bit of space. We're going to get rid of the script because we don't need it. And this analytics. So all we need is these embed forms. So these are going to be hidden so you can't see them. And then we're also going to want to have the forms that we're going to be using. So that will be the last name, email, and message. So first we want to grab these hidden forms. Sorry, hidden fields more like. And just to make it a bit easier, we're going to clean it up. So for some reason, there's lots of random mistakes in this code. So we're just going to remove these. Great. And then what we're going to do is we're going to grab all of this. So these are all our other fields. So the last name, email, and message. Now we're going to delete that. Now a lot of this we're not going to need either. So just to tidy it up, you're going to see that there's already classes built in. We're not going to want to use those classes at all. So for the labels, don't worry about having a class. They can just sit there on their own. And the reason for that is because we'll use the default settings that you've got on Webflow, which is most likely what you're going to want to do. So let's just remove those, making this all a bit easier. Okay, we're nearly there. Now we're also going to want to delete the classes for the actual fields themselves as well, as we don't want to do that. So let's get rid of those. So there's that one there as well. That one here. And then we're going to get rid of the input here afterwards. Get rid of that. Get rid of these divs. And we're going to get rid of the submit because I shouldn't have grabbed that. We don't need any submit data. There we go. So all we're going to be left with is the label, which is here. It's input. Then the email label, its input, the label for description, also known as message, and its input. So that's all we need. And then we're going to need to add classes. Oh, actually, I forgot one little bit here. So we're going to get rid of that as well. Now, by default, Webflow will have its own class. So you might have one that you've already created, but in my case, I'm just going to use Webflow's default class. So I'm just going to put that in here. So obviously that's not it. So I'm going to go over here where I've got it saved. It's just W input. So let's put that in there. copy the whole thing. There we go. They're going to hit save. And I'm going to delete the ones that were automatically generated. And there you have it. So it looks like an ordinary Webflow form, but it's going to be feeding all the data across the Zoho. But there is one thing we forgot, which is we're going to look up here. You're going to see form action. We're going to need a grab action. Copy that. You're going to come over to settings, and there where it says action, you're going to paste that in, and you're going to change it to post. And then for the name, you're going to see the name where it says name here. You're going to want to copy that. This will be different for everybody, and put that in the name as well. And hit enter. And there you go. Now you're probably thinking, why didn't we just change the IDs on the ordinary Webflow form fields? And the reason for it is, for some reason Zoho CRM just doesn't like it. So I tried playing around with it, just changing the IDs and name, but the actual data, the submissions just weren't feeding across. And the only way around it I found was just having a HTML embed block, putting it in there and making the changes. And then for some reason that allowed it to feed through. So that was how I got around it. So let's give it a go. So we're going to go publish. Awesome. Okay. Then for name, we'll go test. And then for this, we go test at, let's say, jasper.studio. We'll say this is a test. Go submit. There we go. Then we're going to go back to our leads, hit refresh, and there you go. So test came through, email address came through, and let's see if we can find a description. And there's the description as well. This is the test. So there you have it. It's a little bit you know, playing around to get it to work, but it is a nice way to just have your ordinary forms integrated into your Zoho CRM, and then your leads will just feed across directly from your website. But thanks for watching. If you do enjoy the videos, don't forget to subscribe, maybe even give it a like, and yes, see you at the next video. Thanks for watching.